Hey there gorgeous, hope you're having a great day. It's such a pleasure to see you. In today's video, I am testing out makeup that claims to be waterproof. So we're doing a very thorough swim test here today. What I'm going to do first is show you every product up close, give you a review, and then I will show you how they held up in the pool. The first product I have to share with you is a new one that was released fairly recently from LA Girl. This is their Sun-Kissed Glow Long Wear Shadow Stick. The one that I'm using in this example is the one called Suede Fringe. This is a cream-based eyeshadow, pretty much, and it's amazing color. It goes on very pigmented. It's really easy to blend, as you can see here. You don't need much of the product because it shows up so well. I did apply an eyeshadow primer beforehand. I always do. But you can wear these all by themselves if you don't struggle with oily eyelids like I do. These hold up extremely well to heat and humidity. I have sweated through having them on my eyes and they did not move, which is why I wanted to test them in the pool. Next product is from Revlon, which I feel like is a newer release because I have not seen it before. I'm not sure when it came out, but we're testing it out. This is their Color Stay Semi-Permanent Brow Ink. The shade that I'm using here is Warm Brown. I was really happy with how easily it applied. I thought it was going to be much harder based on the applicator tip, but it went on smoothly. It created brow-like hairs, and the overall finished look was really nice. Next product I tested is one that I found at TJ Maxx very recently. They had a big thing about how this was waterproof, and so I wanted to test it out. This is a liquid eyeliner from the Max Studio line. It's a black liquid liner. My only complaint with this one is that it is really glossy after the initial application. It goes on very pigmented, it's very smooth, it looks great in terms of all that, but it does have a rather glossy finish, and it takes a little longer to dry than, say, your traditional matte black eyeliners, or any other eyeliners for that matter that I've tried. This one just takes a little longer to dry, but no trouble with the application, and I did find that it looked really nice afterwards despite the glossiness. Now, I've tested makeup products in the pool before, and I'm going to try to attach this video to a playlist. So if you want to see more videos like this, I do have many others that I've done in the past. And in the past, if you've seen those videos, you may recall that I tested out lashes in the pool one time and the eyelash glue turned white. It was a clear glue and it turned white underwater. I wasn't aware that's what happened, but that's what happened. So I recently found out that was it Duo? Okay, yeah, it is Duo. Duo released a lash glue. It's a black one that is made specifically to be water resistant. And it's also sweat proof according to the label. So that's what the packaging looks like. It's that really bright packaging. So we're gonna test it under the water today. I also paired it up with a new release from Ardell, and these are their active lashes. Like the lash adhesive on the packaging, it says it's supposed to retain its 3D curl when wet. So these are also waterproof eyelashes. Although I will tell you, based on my experience with having my own lash line and materials and all that, if you wear synthetic lashes in the pool, they are much better for getting wet because they don't lose their shape. It's the human hair ones that you have to be cautious with. So these are synthetic lashes. The style that I chose to go with today is called Pumpin'. They did have a thinner band to them. They went on easily with the glue. I didn't have any struggle there whatsoever with the application part. I did feel like the glue dried pretty quickly. I didn't find that it irritated my eyes. Sometimes with the Duo lash adhesive, I have felt some irritation in the past. Thankfully, that was not the case here today. For the under eye area, I had two concealers that I have been wanting to test in the pool. The first one is from Catrice Cosmetics. This is their True Skin High Cover Concealer. It contains hyaluronic acid and it claims to be waterproof on the label. Beautiful coverage with this one. It is one of my favorites for wearing on really hot, humid, sweaty days. I have worn it to Legoland and had great success. Nothing fell off my face that day and my under eye area looked amazing. For how much I was sweating, I was like really impressed. So I'm excited to see how this one works in the pool today. The other one I have is from Essence. This is the Camouflage Concealer. This is a matte concealer. This is one that they claim covers tattoos and is also waterproof. And again, like the Catrice one, it looks beautiful under the eyes, has a lot of coverage, and it does last a long time in everyday life. For the face, I've had a lot of questions about this one and how it performs in water since I first reviewed it, and I think that was over a year ago, so I'm a little late on getting back to you on this question. But, you know, better late than never. I'm testing out the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation Powder. This is a full matte coverage powder, and on the label it claims to be waterproof. The shade that I use, by the way, is Pearl. I always get asked what the shade is, and I usually forget to mention it. So that is my shade in this powder foundation. You can see that it's very well loved. It's one of my favorites. It holds up extremely well to hot and humid days. A great one to use in this test. Also from the L'Oreal Infallible line, they released this bronzer very similar to the powder. It has a soft matte finish, and they also claim this one to be waterproof. The shade that I'm using here is number 200 Fair. It's a rather light color, so I did have to layer it quite a bit to get it to show up on my face, but I felt like the color was stunning. Once I got it on, it wasn't too dark, it wasn't too light, it was the perfect shade for my skin tone. Overall, really nice looking on the skin. So this is what the full face looks like up close. It is the makeup that I have been wearing in this video. So if you're curious about what's on my face today, everything I just talked about is what I'm wearing right here. And I'm about to go jump in the pool, which is why I wanted to film the intro for you here before I mess up my hair. Oh well. Come on with me and we will go test everything that I just talked about. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! I feel like my eyes are stuck together. All right, I'm gonna swim for a little bit, test this out, see how we do. Check-in, 10-minute check-in. It looks pretty good from what I can see in the viewfinder. It's holding on. Okay, I think I'm done. It's been about 20 minutes now, and that was quite a workout. I'm gonna go inside and use the actual camera that I usually film on so we can see greater detail here, just in case this isn't picking it up, and we'll see what we see. Okay, woo! I am really interested to see how everything held up. It's one thing to look at it in your phone camera while you're in the pool. It's another to come in here on the professional camera and actually really look at it. So, look at that eyeliner didn't hold up so well. And if I zoom you in, you probably have already seen it. And you look to the inner corner right there. Yeah, that's just didn't hold up well at all. So much for that waterproof claim. The lashes hung on real well, I might add. I did not notice any lifting at all while I was in the pool. I didn't feel like they were going to come off at any point. And you can see they still have their curl. They did start to clump together a little bit more compared to when they're out of the water, and they are more fine looking, like the hairs were much more separated as opposed to now where they're a little more tightly packed, but they don't look bad. The eyebrows, I don't think they didn't hold in there very well, did they? I mean, they're there, but they're not as strong as when I had first applied the product. I mean, I don't think so anyway. What do you think? You let me know below. Now the face, okay. Now let's look at this face, because I feel like the face is the best part of everything I'm looking at here. My under eye area on both sides, the Catrice Cosmetics and the Essence concealer, didn't move one bit. Everything is still intact. Everything remains in place. There is no creasing, no separation, nothing. It looks fantastic. So I would absolutely recommend the concealers for swimming. The mascara, unfortunately, looks like it started to come off underneath my eyes, which is really, I'm surprised to see this because it's been my go-to mascara in terms of sweating. Like when I sweat, it doesn't do this. So I'm surprised to see that happen with swimming. Good to know. Now the powder foundation held in there pretty strong. I don't see any, maybe a little bit on my forehead. I see a little bit starting to come off. Like if you look real closely there, the powder foundation is starting to separate. But as far as the rest of my face, my nose, my chin, I don't see any of that powder foundation starting to come off. And the bronzer, I applied it a little bit more heavy for this wear test because I really wanted to see it. But look at that. It's still just as strong on my cheeks as when I first applied it. It looks amazing. That still looks really great. I mean, it is hanging in there no problem. It hasn't moved. No issues there. Out of all the makeup that I tested for you in this swim test, I highly recommend the L'Oreal powders, both the powder foundation and the bronzer. Amazing, really, really happy to be able to tell you that. The concealers were also really, really good. Very impressed with how well those held up. The Active Duo Lash Glue, if you've been looking for something to hold your lashes on when you're swimming that will not show after you've been swimming, great stuff. The lashes also were fantastic. Very impressed with those. The eyeshadow stick from LA Girl, another great one. Highly recommend. The only two that I would say stay away from would be this MAC Studio liquid eyeliner. That is not waterproof whatsoever. And that Revlon semi-permanent brow ink. Nope, 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 nope. I hope that you found this video helpful today. I thoroughly enjoy making videos like these, not only for you, but also for myself, because I find really great products with doing tests like these. And we're getting ready to take the kids to the Legoland water park. And I was looking for some stuff that would hold up to a day like that. So I will absolutely be putting some of these into play on the day that we go, just for confidence sake. I mean, hey, if you want to wear makeup in the pool or at the water park, there's some really great finds here for you, and I won't judge you for it. I'm going to cheer you on. I say, do you, boo-boo. If you have a waterproof find that you have seen that's really been amazing for you, feel free to share yours below also. Would love to hear your product recommendations on this topic. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you for being here, for taking the time to watch. I want to speak love, light, peace, and joy over you and your home, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.